Nobody cares, not like you do, not about your dreams, your fears, or your pain. And that's not cruelty, it's clarity. The sooner you stop expecting others to rescue you, the sooner you start saving yourself. This is where Stoic philosophy begins, not with applause, but with ownership. Marcus Aurelius didn't write his meditations to be admired by others. He wrote them to stay aligned with his own values. Today on a Stoicism Breath, we'll explore why the Stoics believe that once you stop performing for the world, you finally become who you were meant to be. No audience, no validation, just purpose. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet constantly reminded himself of one truth. We love ourselves more than anyone else, but we often care more about other people's opinions than our own. The Stoics didn't seek validation. They sought virtue. They knew true strength isn't measured by applause, but by what you build in silence when no one is watching. The modern world floods us with noise opinions, distractions, endless comparisons, but Stoic wisdom cuts through all of that. You don't control what others think. You only control how you live. And when you take radical ownership of your mind, your choices, and your path, you become unshakable. Pillar 1. No one is watching as closely as you think. Most people live under an illusion that everyone's paying attention, that every post, every move is being judged. But the truth, people forget. They scroll past. They're busy with their own chaos. Your life isn't a show, and you don't owe the world a performance. Marcus Aurelius warned, don't waste time worrying about what others think. Focus on what you can control. That hesitation before you act, that anxiety you feel, it's often rooted in imaginary eyes. But here's the freedom. When you realize no one's really watching, you can stop performing and start building. You don't need likes to move forward. You don't need applause to act with integrity. The work you do in silence is the work that builds your foundation. That's where your character is forged and your self-respect is earned. So ask yourself this simple question. If no one ever knew I did this, would I still do it? That question separates the performer from the builder. Choose to build. Pillar 2. Entitlement destroys growth. No one owes you support. Not because you tried, not because you suffered, not because you exist. That may sound harsh, but it's freeing. Epictetus once said, don't wish for things to happen as you want. Wish for them to happen as they do, and you'll live in peace. The Stoic doesn't expect comfort. He prepares for discomfort. Entitlement whispers, you deserve better. Stoicism replies, earn better. The world owes you nothing, so when it gives you nothing, don't collapse, build. The absence of help isn't injustice, it's a challenge, a test, an invitation to grow. When you let go of entitlement, you stop waiting and start working. You stop complaining and start creating. Because here's the truth. Everything you build from zero means more. Every obstacle you overcome without applause becomes part of your foundation. You're not helpless, you're powerful. But only if you stop waiting to be rescued and start rescuing yourself. Pillar 3. Own the one thing you truly control. You can't control the economy, your past, or how others perceive you. But you can control one thing completely. Your mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In today's world, we guard everything except our thoughts. We protect our passwords more than our peace, our image more than our inner world. But everything begins in the mind clarity, discipline, peace, character. If your mind is weak, your life collapses under pressure. But if it's trained, you can face anything with composure. Owning your mind means questioning your thoughts, mastering your reactions, and directing your focus like a weapon. It means filtering what enters your mind as carefully as you filter what enters your body. Because if you don't lead your mind, someone else will. And once you reclaim that control, you realize something powerful. You don't need to control the world around you. You just need to master the world within. Everything begins in the mind clarity, discipline, peace, action, and character. If your mind is weak, your life will crumble under pressure. But if it's trained, you can face anything with calm composure. So what does true ownership mean? It means questioning your thoughts before they control you. It means challenging your automatic reactions, directing your focus like a finely sharpened blade. It means treating your attention as sacred, guarding what enters your mind just as carefully as what enters your body. Because if you don't lead your mind, someone else will. And once you reclaim that inner territory, you realize something powerful. You don't need to control everything around you. You just need to master what's inside you. Key practice 1. The 10-second rule. Before reacting, pause, count to 10, breathe, let the emotion pass like a wave. In that pause, you reclaim your power. The Stoic doesn't lash out. He responds with reason, not reflex. One moment of patience can prevent 1,000 regrets. Key practice 2. 1 hour of solitude. Every day give yourself 1 hour, no phone, no notifications, no noise. Just you and your thoughts. Write, reflect, observe. In that silence, you build strength. Because the person who can sit alone is the one who becomes unshakable in the crowd. Key practice 3. No comparison hour. Each day, take 1 hour off social media. Use that time to review your own goals, not someone else's highlight reel. Comparison kills direction, but focus rebuilds it. Track your own progress. That's the only competition that matters. Nobody is watching as closely as you think, and that's not something to fear. It's the key to your freedom. When you stop performing for the world, you start showing up for yourself. When you stop chasing validation, you begin cultivating character. That's the Stoic way. You don't need applause to be disciplined. You don't need recognition to be powerful. You don't need anyone's permission to begin. So ask yourself, what did I become today? Not what you achieved, not who approved, but what you became. Stronger, wiser, clearer. That's the only scoreboard that truly matters. If this message resonates with you, subscribe to Stoicism Breath. Here, we don't just talk about motivation. We train the mind. You'll find tools, habits, and mental strategies to help you live with focus and peace in a noisy world. In a world full of distraction, we build discipline. In a world full of noise, we offer direction. If that's what you're seeking, this is your space. Subscribe now and comment below. I take full ownership of my life. Let that be your commitment. Visible, intentional, and real. And remember, the world may not be watching, but you are. And that's more than enough.